Hello, hello, hello. I just could not wait. I just had to come on. Oh, welcome to Intuitive Astrology. Yes, what is Intuitive Astrology? What is that? For those who are just joining me for the first time, my name is Mary Jane Tracy, psychic medium, writer of the cosmos, and coming in for your sun, moon, and rising sign for the week of August 10th to 16th. So what is happening? I don't know if you watched this morning on what I was saying. I said, hey, it's going to be a crazy week. Well, yeah, it's already started. There's some crazy shenanigans going on there in the cosmos right now. And those planets are really bringing up some crazy energies. I mean, Mars is really... I don't know. Somebody's texting me. Are you on now? Yes, I am on now. Some crazy shenanigans. I mean, the thing is that if Mars just wants for things to go well. He wants things to go well, and he's squaring off those Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn. The mafia brothers over there in Capricorn. And making things go a little bit cray-cray right now. So we got some cray-cray going on. We have this yod that is being formed. It is like, really putting something unusual into the mix of everything. So it is coming into being, I don't know, you know what? It can be stressful if you want it to be stressful. That's the thing. And I think some people are looking for stressful, or they're wanting to have stressful, but it doesn't have to be, But some people are. They want to have they want to have the drama. People wanting to have the drama. And sometimes, you know what? Just don't need the drama. Just don't need it. So bringing you guys all in, and I thought I'd do things a little bit differently tonight, and come on in and bring in this positive vibrations and bring in the positive vibe of the cosmos. And I want us to gather around and gather as this beautiful energy of enlightenment, and bringing in the energy of the divine, and bringing forth the divine wisdom of the mother and the father, and allowing ourselves to be open to divine wisdom, and to be open to the guidance and the people to have around in our lives to be that of love and light. And this is what we want to call forth for our evening tonight, to bring in peace, to bring in some fun, to bring in some laughter, and just to call in some really positive energy vibes into this world of ours, and allow for this energies to go forward in and around us. So, it is... it's right. Who needs drama? It's true. We don't need drama. But sometimes, it just feels like things just get cray-cray. And then people get cray-cray. So come on in, get your lipstick on. If you don't wear lipstick, it's okay. Bring in the cosmic energy. And you know what? The other thing I was thinking, as I'm going to grab a candle here. Green wanted to come on. I'm going to I'm grabbing a green candle here. The other thing I was thinking is that we are so stuck on schedule. And that's one of the other reasons I wanted to start tonight. It's like we get, somebody took my lighter. Of course they took my lighter. Oh my goodness. I'm the only one who doesn't smoke. And I'm the one who gets the lighter stolen all the time. I think that's funny. Anyways, I think with the cosmos and the energies that we have, that people get really hung up on schedules. And one of the beautiful things, I mean, I know I live by a schedule. I mean, I have a schedule, and but could you imagine if we just cruised with the vibration of the earth, right? And cruised with this energy of just allowing for yourself to just go with your flow, and allowing your energies to go with the flow instead of having to, you have to be up this time, you have to do that. I mean, for so many years, my father was very much a scheduled person, and everything had to be scheduled. And, when we do that, don't be late, all of this. But, over the last couple of days, as the sun has been rising later, I've been rising later. And, as the sun is setting, I've been feeling myself, okay, it's time to cool down, time to come into the calm and come into the waters. And that's the beautiful thing, is when you start to allow yourself to come into this vibration. Now, I know many people are going to, I know you're going to say, well, I got a job, I got to be there at 9 o'clock, I got to be doing this, got to do that. And wouldn't it be nice that you just didn't have to be there at 9? It's like, yeah, you're going to be there, the job's going to be done. You get there, you do what you need to do. It's amazing when you let go of time and you allow. Amazing. It's amazing the energies that come through when you just release the thought of time. Saturn is probably not happy with me. Because that's what we want to do tonight. We want to let go of time. We want to let go of the cosmos. And just allow ourselves to release. Just release. So just right now, I just want you just release. Just let's just go with the flow. Let's go see how the energies and the cosmos, and I sound, someone tuning in right now, they'd be probably like, who the fuck is that hippy dippy, camping for 6 days, and oh, see, that's nice. Because you just go with the flow, and you just allow for the energies to go. And it's like you still have it's not saying you don't have your structure. It's not saying you don't have things that need to be done. Yes, we know that certain things have to get done, but it's allowing yourself the energy and the time to do it with a flow instead of a rush, instead of pushing ourselves that, oh, we got to do this. It's coming in and allowing ourselves to just breathe. And I think that's really what we need to do right now. We just need to take a step back from everything and allow ourselves just to breathe, just to come into the cosmos, and allow ourselves to release whatever is holding us, release whatever energy that we think is having us do what we have to do. As with Katie Byron. So she's one of my mentors, is one of the, it's called the work that she does. And one of the questions is it true? Do you really have to do that? Is it true? And when you get into that flow and you say, is it true? It's amazing how you're like, yeah, it's true. Are you absolutely 100% that it's true, that it has to be that way? And that's where we find where we are, where we can get stuck, right? And that's where we want to start to release. And that's where this energy is coming in for releasement, on getting us to release what we need to release. Take a deep breath in. We're going to start off with Taurus. Taurus, 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 little Taurus. Have you ever noticed Tauruses usually have big, cowy eyes? They have these big, like these eyes. Taurus, it's the eyes that get you, right? So they have these eyes. So we have this, and that's the first thing that I just started to think. I think it's the eyes that are coming in. And these eyes of the bull, the eyes, the bullseye. And I think that's where with the Tauruses is that they're always on the bullseye. Where's the bullseye? And I think that has been causing a lot of stress, right? And the moon, the moon is there right now. We have the moon in this, and we have a full moon that's going to be coming up on the 18th and 19th. So we're coming into this energy of, for you, my little Taurians, is that, looking at your movement. Now, Tauruses don't move very fast, per se. They're not ones, and I love it when I do little readings for Tauruses, because the thing is, it's like with the Taurus, it's like, I'd be the one that, come on, let's go. I'm opposite Taurus. I'm Scorpio. Tauruses want to make sure that all the bridges are open. And I think this is where there's a lot of checking that has to be done right now for them. And I feel the checking has to be done because there's a lot of things that they've left sort of unchecked, where they have not been really wanting to deal with it. And it's time for this change, and it's a head up for them. And this energy is to prepare them by the dates designed by them, or to involve your soul in advance. I think this is a time that they really need to get into some deepness and get into some deep energy, and allowing for this movement, because we are going to be eventually going into Virgo, right? And coming into this, beautiful flow. But Taurus is your soul weather forecast. What is your soul weather forecast? Love that. That's sweet. And so we come in with the 7th house, which is relationships. What are your relationships? What are those people around you? Who are you keeping and hanging on to? That maybe it's time to rid them out of the corral. Time to close that bridge. This is where it's, designed to carry you towards freedom and bring in the freedom for you. This is where you need to start looking at where Venus is. And Venus is in your 3rd. And Sirius is in your 11th. And we got this beautiful Vesta. Vesta's coming in. So this is about this, like, looking at relationships. What are your mundane? What's going on? And there are 2 paths ahead. And what are those 2 paths? Where do you want to be led? This is your soul leading you. Allowing your soul to lead. Now, this is where you get out of your head, my little bulls, and get into your heart and allow for the energies to move you and to move forward. And this is to bringing forth your desires. When you get into your heart, it brings in your desires. It allows for the fire to come in, the passion to come in. We still have this Leo sun. This is where you need to allow yourself to ignite and be fulfilled with what you are wanting to do. But somehow, see, Ace of Wands. It's all about your passion. It's about where you want to head for. But you're getting caught up in too much here, right? You're getting caught up in your head. You're getting caught up on the bullseye, on I have to make it to the bulls. I got to make it there. And your heart is saying, no, how about if we go over for, let's go over here for a little bit. Let's go over here and let us allow ourselves to take some time and see the colors. Take some time to see the energies that are around us and not be so stuck in our black and white world and bring in the colors and the beautiful sunsets. This is what the Tauruses need. They need to start feeling more of what's around them. And this is where you're going to find freedom. Freedom. And this yod that's coming in, I think, is like really directing you into a direction of saying, yes, I need to move towards my desires in what I feel and what I really truly know as my passion. So Tauruses, this is really a huge time for you. This is a time for you to be looking at what you would like to do and the directions that you want to go into. And it's important for you to allow yourself to step forward in it. And it is some big decisions, because I think there's a lot of energy that you've been hanging on to that you need to let go of. It's time to move forward from it, especially when it comes to relationships. Oh, relationships. And who do I have next is Libras. Oh my goodness. Oh, Libras. I don't mean to say that, but it is. It's that relationship. And I think that's really coming in as a big one. What is the deck with the triangle? That is the Black Moon astrology cards. And they're by Blue Angel, and they're by Susan Shepherd. Very beautiful deck. Very beautiful deck. So we're coming into lovely Libras. Oh, Libras. See, and now Libras, I feel I'm getting anxious with Libras. So I'm picking up some anxiety that's coming off with the Libras. And there's a lot with communications and having to communicate. And Libras are always trying to balance things and bring in some kind of balance. But I feel like there's a little bit of anxiety that's coming in with the Libras and the unknown. And this is where this unknown, they don't like unknowns. They like to bring everything into balance, and they want to bring things into this balance. And I feel there's so many unknowns that are coming forth for the Libras that it is difficult for them. And this is where I feel like there's values that you need to set up. So something to do with your values. And this is to change to a T and C between you and someone. And this is to look at that energy you have between somebody else. So this week really has a lot to do with relationships and the angles and the energies that are coming in, because there is a new phase that's coming in or beginning for you, Libra. And I feel like it's time for you to embrace, because Vesta is entering your 11th house. So this 11th house could be the focus of specific groups. This could be a group of friends. This could be others. This is really getting you into a beginning of something else and into something. Maybe you want to, but you're a little uncomfortable with this group. It's something that you're not used to. It's almost where I feel like you want to go to the drum circle, but you've never been to a drum circle. So you're feeling kind of, ooh, I don't want to, but you're really ready to try something new. And this is to accept challenges and gain wisdom. So Saturn comes in, and Saturn says, okay, you got to change some structures here. You got to allow yourself to sort of shake things up so something can come in for you. And so your soul values are love building blocks. Love building blocks, your soul values. Look at these love building blocks that are going to be bringing this new energy in for you. It's going to gain you some energy or gain you some wisdom. So it's looking at this, whatever you're being called or drawn to, but then you're all fearful. It's like, okay, I don't know what this person's going to think. And maybe it's going to be too whack for that person. And I'm not too sure how this is all going to turn out, but it's going to be a celebration. You're ready. You're ready to bring this excitement, and you're ready to bring this in. And it is, of course, we got the 7th house for you. It's partners. It's relationships. It's looking at those relationships. And it's not only with love relationships on all different levels. Business, friends, all of that, co-workers, all of the different relationships. And some of them feel good and some of them feel odd. But I feel like for you, this is looking at your soul. And this is really coming in, and it's going to heat up things, and things are going to get started to heat up with you to a boiling point. And we don't want, and this is maybe where the anxiety is coming in with the Libras, because you don't want them to be boiling over. It's not a good thing for Libras to be boiling over. Really it isn't. So this is where it's honoring yourself with that, taking it back and saying, okay, this is really where this is my soul talking to me. I'm embracing my people power, because Libras are very much people, not people pleasers, but people like them. People like to be with them. So it's going in there and really allowing for you to put your charm on so that you're able to see. The thing is, there's a lot of overthinking of this all, and you're feeling trapped, and you're feeling you don't want to step on other people's toes. You don't want to hurt somebody, but it's something I feel like you're being called to try something new and go towards, a new venture, yet you're feeling very overwhelmed by this new venture, and you just don't want to try it out but you're going to boil over. You're going to boil over. You're just going to, it's not going to be a good thing, right? So this is where you just need to start looking at and engineering some of the changes that you need and churning this, and especially by the 16th, and solutions will come up. And with this is depending on a large part on your own value system, right? What you are prepared to give up and what you will not let go of at any price. This is coming into your truth. And that has a lot to do with the different people that are around you. If you value something, right? And Venus ruled, with Uranus retrograde from the 16th, and the other Venus ruled Taurus, you're in your 8th, this is like inevitable part of it all. Like, this is like where you really have to take a step back and say, this is what I truly believe in. This is what I really want to do, and it's, the energy or the thought that I got in is like a person who's being forced to go to school, and they don't want to go to school. Like, they don't want that. They don't want to be a doctor. They don't want to be a lawyer, but it's like being forced upon them in some manner, and it's not their thing. And they have to come to their own truth in that. Because otherwise, what's going to happen is that it's just going to be a shit show. And it's really coming to a boiling point this week. And so this is like, know the difference between selling out and cashing in this week. So know the difference between the two. That's important. So there you go, my little Libras. Here we go into Capricorn. Whew, lots of, we got Jupiter in there. Jupiter's sextiling over to Neptune this week. So it's bringing in some really cool vibrations there. But then it's, there is this energy that's coming over to the sun. And that's where the yod is coming in at 150-degree angles. And the 150-degree angles is really bringing in where you can't see everything clearly. It's kind of out of the distance. And I think with Jupiter there pointing at the sun, and the sun coming back down to the Capricorn energy, it's really bringing in some intensity. And then Mars squaring over there. So there's a lot of heavy ass shit coming in for Capricorn, and a lot of pressure from all directions. And this is where this week is on its, when all of this energy is coming in from all of these different directions. And I feel it's, especially when it's in your sign, you feel it more. You feel it, and you feel the tensions, personal and or relationship tensions that are just rising. And you got to make this this work for you. This is about it working for you, and trying to make it work for you, and allow yourself to share the experience, because a lot of times Capricorns are wanting to figure it out all by themselves. And you've worked hard in assessing a deeper level of your love and what you want to do, but you got to understand the needs, and also coming from a place of truly wanting to know what makes a person tick. This is about communication. This is about coming in and also not always getting it your way. And that Mars square is like you're wanting to push through things and push your way through. And it ain't going to work because here comes the sun, because Leo's trumping it all. Like, this is Leo energy. This is like, here we are. Let us come into this fullness, right? This is energy of flamboyance, of allowing yourself to just flow, right? And just flow. And I'm just going to say to the person, Hurricane Driver, if you want, I'm going through all the signs right now, and I'm doing a general reading for all the signs. You want to book a reading, you can go to maryjunetracy.com, or you can email me at thegurumama@gmail.com and book a reading. But right now, we're going through all the signs. I'm not doing anything specific for any one person. Thank you. So going back, and it's about being aware. Be careful who you can trust. So this is, this is part of it, where you're coming into this communications, you're coming into this energy, and you're afraid of peeling back the layers of grungy residue. You're afraid, right? And that may be between you and the kind of connection you need, but you're afraid. So you're being aware, you're not trusting, but you need to get up and you need to start trusting. See, Saturn returns coming in for you. That means that you got to grow up. Basically, Capricorns, you got to grow up. You just got to grow up. The thing about you is that when you do the work, you know how good it feels. And you want to share your discoveries and benefits with those around you that care. That's generous nature, which is great. Sometimes we overlook that with the Capricorns. But what if the other party hasn't had the same experience? What happens? And this is where you have to come in and you have to decipher things and look at things more with clear eyes, right? And this is where you need to go, and you need to lay back and allow yourself to lay back, and the capacity for tolerance may be tested this week, right? Because you just want to go out there and I'm doing all of this. Look at what I'm doing. Look at this go in this direction. And it's like, no, take a chill pill, right? Take a chill pill. This is your moon. This is whatever resonates. It's your sun, moon, and rising sign. So it's a general reading for all three. So if your rising sign is Capricorn, that might be something that resonates with you. If it's your moon sign, it might be your moon sign. Or if it's your sun sign, it's your sun sign. So this is for all. So I do it for all three. Okay? So whatever resonates with you. So this is domestic disorder. This is breathing in a new winning. This is about allowing yourself to grow up and see things and not be somewhat so tight-assed. And of course, the Queen of Pentacles comes in. She's the basic. She wants to have nice things. She wants to have pretty things. She wants to have structure. And yes, you want to have structure, but there's no fun, right? But this is where it's like, for you, this is an upshot this week. If you have evolved and grown, not everyone you love will have kept up. And not everybody is going to be, who's going, try a little tolerance. That's a huge thing for Capricorns. Try a little tolerance. And it's better to be happy than right. This is where you don't have to push your agenda on everybody. Leo's coming in, and it's like saying, well, you know what? I really don't give a fuck what you have to say. We're just going to do it this way, and we're just going to enjoy it, right? Don't get so hung up on other people's bullshit. And you're having this, look at this. Yeah. This is where Saturn return is coming in to allow for you to grow up and look at things with fresh eyes. Whoa, that's a big one for you guys, Capricorn. So, and letting go of the control, and right now with this sun in being in dignity, and the sun never goes retrograde, it is about looking at, the sun has a lot of power right now over Saturn, over all the other planets. So it has this beautiful energy coming in for people to really start looking at their lives in a new way and not get, shall I say, their shit in a knot. Because I think that's happening a lot, where people are getting their shit in the knot. And they're like, you need to listen to me, and it's going to be this way. Okay, but I don't agree with you. And I think with Capricorns, it's really finding a new rise for them in order to create something that is going to be changing, because there's a deadlock between the angles right now. And this is where you're going to be feeling a lot of stress. So why are you pushing up against the stress instead of taking a step back, right? And that's a huge one. Taking a step back as we head into Sagittarius. Whoo, transformation. I was doing tarot horoscopes today, and I think I got them all out. So if you ordered your tarot horoscope, you should have gotten it in your inbox, either through Messenger or email. So we had, I think I got them all. But, I did a few Sagittarius, and it was like there's a lot to do with Venus, and Venus in the relationship sector. So again, here we go with relationships. And Sagittarius are like really, it isn't a week for sissies. This isn't a week for sissies. That's a good analogy for you, Sagittarius. And hold on to what you value most. So there's a lot to do this week with values and relationships. And you got to be able to step into your power, right? And if you're not, it's not that I'm not going to, like, it's not the tower that's going to be coming in, but it's holding true to who you are. And knowing your self-worth is so important for you this week. And we have the Libra energy. So this energy is the diplomat, the gracious. It seeks harmony. That's what Libras do. They want to bring everybody okay. You got to weigh it all out. But this is where, for you, really go deep into your heart. This is where the matters are, your self-worth. This is coming in and really digging things up deeply for you. And you're feeling it. And you got the south nodes there, right? Your ruler's, next door in Capricorn, where you're not going to see him for another 12 years. So this is where bringing in your passion and confidence and coming into action. And it needs an outlet. What are you doing? Are you harboring this? Are you brooding in all of this? Or are you trying to release it? And that's the thing. If you're just sitting there brooding like an old, I don't know, an old cow, that's what came in, just brooding, just bitchy. This is where it's coming in to bring in your passion, confidence, and take action. Really, in comes Leo. So here comes the lion for you. It's your sister sign. It's fire. It wants to ignite. It wants to allow for you to say, hey, we won't have fire around for a while. Once the sun leaves, it's only Aries that's going to hold the torch. And then Mars is going retrograde. And you have the south node, which really makes people kind of like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just going to wait. I'll see what happens. And it's like, no, this is a time. Let's gather our energy. Let us look in it and ditch the self-doubt. Ditch the little bitchy girl. It's like, ditch the 12-year-old. Get into your power of who you are. And this is where it's like feeling we are not enough, where you're feeling we're not enough. It's your worthiness. And sometimes I feel like it's like this little pouty 12-year-old is coming in because she didn't get her way. And it's looking into your freedom of your soul. And in comes the water. Oh, exactly what you don't like is sensing, is feeling, is trusting, coming into the water energy. And the water is going to help you to flow. It's going to help you to move. And the Mars energy can't make love. It goes in the other direction. So that's the thing, is that you got this energy with Mars and Pluto and that. And if it can't go in there and have a good time, what happens? It's explosion time. And there you are with the South Node saying, oh, well, maybe somebody else is going to fix that. Maybe I'll just wait. Yeah. But no, this is coming into your worthiness. We know it's going to be hard. We know that you've worked hard to get to where you are. But this is allowing yourself and say, hey, yeah, look at where I am. And I can still go forward. And allowing myself to go forward in all of this. And that's awesome. That is so awesome when you can do that, because you guys are so worthy to receive it. But this is coming in where you know that you are enough. I am enough, right? Coming into that energy. Ooh, so much energy coming in. This is, I know it's an intense week, but what week isn't intense? So we got to get used to it. It's not like we're going to be going into low vibe energies for any time soon. We're going to be in this like crazy energies for a while. You know, this is where we have to really come into our truth on who we truly are. And that's important as we enter into Gemini territory. Wow, Gemini territory. Yeah. Bringing in those Geminis. Look at you guys, Geminis. You're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're just, you know, almost halfway there, my little Geminis. You're not last. So what is going up with you, Geminis? I just feel like there's so much change coming in. This is like getting back if someone crosses a boundary. This is about you stepped over it. This is about don't be afraid to say, you know, back the fuck off, right? This is where it's like no can be the most powerful word right now. And this is you putting up your energies. This is like Pluto comes in. The Phoenix rising, allowing yourself to rise, to see, to say, yeah, this is where I really want to be. This is about know when and how to say no. And this is about change the dialogue and change the deal. So changing your dialogue, changing your deal. Hey, Geminis, this is about you standing up and saying, this is where I want to go. How you value your determination determines how you are valued in turn. How you show up, what you say is going to show how people are going to treat you. If you're coming up and being wishy-washy or not doing, you know, this is saying, no, I'm not. This is the bottom line. I'm done. So it's showing up for this, and then comes the moon. Pay attention to your intuition. Pay attention to that energy. We're in the waning moon. This is coming in. This is going into your internal self. Listen and allow yourself to feel it and say, I am done. And let's look into ways, a way with words, and also your friends, groups, clubs, associations. This has to do with, you know, bands, teams, unions, extended social networks. This is looking at all of this, both virtual and real, how they may feature in this, how all aspects are featuring in this. Are they working or not? If they're working, cool. If they're not, it's gonna be like you're gonna have a fucked up week. And Vesta is crafting something here, and possibly behind the scenes in some way, perhaps not getting the acknowledgement that you deserve. Maybe people aren't seeing the truth of what you are doing. And this is where you need to start looking at it. And looking at possibility is someone saying to you, saying no to someone's demands. I got ludicrous coming in. And I don't mean ludicrous, you know, but ludicrous and getting back, which cannot be misinterpreted. This is you knocking away, knock this or shy away from this and saying it. This is you stepping up to it. And communication is you. You are the communicator. You rule that, Gemini. You rule that third house of communication. Mercury is forward. Mercury's going there. He's he went over to Neptune trying to get some truth, because Neptune's going to bring the truth. That's why a lot of times when people say things, they're just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Because when, not Neptune, Uranus comes into the house. When Uranus comes in, it's like the crazy grandfather who's not politically correct, but he tells the truth. He drops the truth bomb, and not everybody wants it. But when you do that, this is your outcome. You have a balance of your emotion. You start to feel good. Things start to flow in the way that you want to go. There's harmony in it. You rise above. You're able to transform. But if you're not, someone may simply need to be reminded where the boundaries are, and that's all. Just need to know. Need to know. And you may not see this coming, and then with Uranus going retrograde on the 12th, however, this is a renegotiation. Maybe you're mending fences. Maybe there's something there that just needs to get done. But you have to step up to it. Venus is diplomacy. You got to step up to all of this. This is owning your truth, owning you, owning. I got owning it. You got to own it, buddy. What's this? Something's hiding here. So owning it is so important. Here we go. Let's see who's coming up next. Whoops. It's Leo. Leo, happy birthday, Leos. All my late little Leos are going to be having birthdays soon. Got the early Leos, and then we got the late Leos. So it's coming into this energy. What is my Leos up to? Let's take a look over here. Leo, Leo, Leo. Bringing that in. Bringing the golden in. Yeah. Just with all these transits, I just feel I got you on a spinning cycle and can't see a way out. So opening up to new ways to stop the merry-go-round. So I got a lot of spinning going on for you. It's making me dizzy. You got to get out of that spinning. You got to find a new way out. And this is where you got to pop up solutions and appear to problems that won't go away, right? This is where I feel like there's a lot of spinning going on. And with that, in comes Virgo. So in comes organization, right? In comes some organization for you. And energy to be dutiful, to get things done. It's like, got to get it out, got to get out of the spin cycle. This is what we got to do. Dealing with someone or something that simply won't go away. You may feel you are playing whack-a-mole, like you're whacking the moles. You whack, 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 whack. And this is whereas you think an issue is done or dusted, then it pops up again. The good news is, because this is still your birthday season, what kind do you need to know? What do you need to know? What do you need to do? This is your energy of you bringing things in, right? And this is where you need to look into your newness. This is what you need to get into the new strategies for what's around you and around the issues. So if the issue peaks now and your ruler, this is your ruler, the sun is going to be trining Mars and shining some solutions. So in around the 15th. So right now you might be feeling a little bit all over the place, but by the end of the week, you might be feeling, yeah, okay, I'm getting some solutions here. Mars is giving me some energy, It's like, like my brother over there is giving me some energy so I can really look at things where I need to go. And Uranus joins the other slow moving. But that yod that's coming into you is this direction of energy that's coming in and saying, give me direction. I need to have direction. I need to know where I'm going. And Venus is there with a higher love and inspiration, and trine Ceres in your house of everything shared in transformation. So there's this huge energy that's coming in and really whirling things around, like really spinning and bringing in this spinning cycle and you're wanting to bring in this direction. And of course, it's coming in with Neptune and Jupiter. So Jupiter's expanding it, right? So this week is really a week of you. There is going to be some solutions coming in, but you got to be able to allow yourself to take a step back. And if you have been playing some dodgeball with that mole, it could hand you a novel way to finally knock it on its head. So if you've been really, trying to figure things out, something is going to come in and bring something new. And we do have your wishes come in. So we have wishes, your heart's desire. Along with that, Mercury, so reinvention. So look at new ways of doing things, new inventions on doing things. And along with that, see, it's like there's so many things that you might feeling like you're stabbed in the back, like you're done, but it's a done deal. Like you're over it all. You're going to be moving forward. There's new light that's coming in through everything that's been going on. And this week is really going to bring in some really positiveness by the end of the week. So, and bringing that in. So, what's the difference between early and late horoscopes? It has a lot to do with energies. If you're earlier on in say the Leo and you're just stepping into some newness, later on has a little bit more heavier energy that comes in with it. So that's sort of a simple way of putting it. And everything, because the signs are broken down into decades, right? So from 0 to 10, and then 10 to 20, and then 20 to 30. So we have the decades. And they have, getting really specific, usually the 0 degrees at the beginning and the end are quite, heavy, and they're very intense energies in any sign. So I'm going to have to listen tomorrow. Oh, you're fighting a headache. Oh, baby, going to send you positive vibrations there. It's not fun with this, fighting a headache right now. It is not fun. So sending you some positive vibrations. So, and some healing vibes as we go towards Virgo. The Virgo energy. And the other thing with each degree, there's a Sabian symbol that comes with each degree in every sign. So there's a meaning to every degree in the sign. That I look up in a book, definitely, because that's a lot of information. Whoop. There we go. So sending out some good vibrations. I got the fan on. It wasn't supposed to be so hot here in Calgary today, but it is warm. I'm not sure what the temperature went up today, but it got really warm. Let me see. Well, it's supposed to be cooling down now, but it got to like 27, 28 degrees Celsius here. So that is hot. And I might have to put my hair up because now I can feel it in the back of my neck. It's gross. So, guys, it's hair time. Hair time, guys. Mama's doing her hair. Got to do her hair. For those who've been following me for a long time, you guys have seen me go through some different hairstyles. That's for sure. You've seen me where I've had really short, blonde, almost whitish hair. Now, I think this is the longest that anybody's seen my hair in years, is this length. And I haven't cut it in a while. It's probably coming up to a year that I haven't cut my hair. So this is really coming into some, crazy. Okay, I'm just sweating here. I got the fan going. At least the lipstick is still on. And then I looked at my nails. Oh, we won't even go there. Won't go there because we're on Virgo. See, that must be the Virgo energy. 10 to 1, that's Virgo. That's Virgo, man. It's like, oh my God, but look at my nails. Oh my God, look at this. Oh, I should have done this. I should have done that. So all of this energy coming in is like so fucking Virgo. Virgo always has that chatter of like, oh my God, look at this, look at that, and you bet it's 2016. God bless you. Thank you, little Miss Sweet Pea. But it is, it's that Virgo, it's funny because when I go into each of the energies and then it's like, whoa, I feel this intensity, right? And it's like, what's going on here? And then I'm like, oh shit, I'm in Virgo. God bless you, Virgos. I really love you. But I feel like there's this trying to make sense. So yeah, okay, just looking at where everything is. So let go of the facts and go with your feelings. It doesn't have to make sense. Only the results do. And this week turns that feeling into a fact. So you can believe. Wow, that is so intense there. Love that for you guys this week. So we also have that the truth has a lasting glow, and love revolution is calling. So dip into your inner knowledge. This is your inner knowledge just coming up. But the thing is that you got to watch that chatter. The knowledge is coming in, right? So knowledge is coming in, and it's problem solving this week. And you know synchronicity and smarts work together. So this is where this is bringing in answers and may not exactly make sense. That's going to piss you off, little Virgos, because it may not make sense to you, but you got to trust it. And in comes the fourth house. Home, roots, being. What is making sense in your home life? What is making sense in the energies that are around you? Because sometimes it's not going to make sense to you. And the thing is that you want facts. You want to see it, right? It's got to make sense. And Vesta, along with the sun in your 12th, is all about this internal flame and also glimmers of truth. It's about watching and only acting when the moment is right. Oh, I could just feel the Virgos just like, is it right now? Is it right now? Is it right now? Should I do it now? Should I do it now? Like, take a drink. Like, really, take a drink. I almost forgot I was doing this tonight, and I was going to have dinner, and I was going to have some meat, and I thought, well, no, I'm doing this. I better not have meat. You get a whole different type of reading after that one. Having a glass of meat, that's for damn sure. Might have been more interesting. But you're coming through the thorns, right? You're weathering the challenge. You're coming through this. You just got to trust it. And Mars squaring Pluto. This is plutonium. It's this, it's the stuff that remakes matters on an atomic level, right? And and your life and your death and rebirth are desires. Yes, sex is coming in for you, Virgos. You guys are like some horn dogs. You know that? I know. When it comes to some of the signs, some of you think Scorpio is this little vexen little energy that comes in with Virgos. You just got to watch them. Their little sacral can just go crazy. So expect a shakeup. There's a shakeup coming in for you guys, right? And allow for that shakeup to come in. And some are a mixture of these. So shakeup and the remakes of your world. Virgos don't like to be shook up, just by the way. They don't. And this could involve children. This could involve babies. This could involve lovers. This could involve young people. It could literally make the earth move under your feet. And I'm not saying this as a bad thing. Okay? As soon as it occurs, watch how things settle. Okay? There's settling that's going to come in. But that sun in your 12th, and it's trining over to Mars, again, showing you truth behind the shifts and changes. Truth is coming in for you, Virgo. And with that comes change. Lunar eclipse. So with all of these eclipses that we had, is bringing in a lot of transformation. So just remember that just because the eclipse ended doesn't mean it's over. Eclipse's energy lasts for 6 months. So when the eclipse, for instance, when the eclipse hit us on Christmas Day, that eclipse, and I said, it's going to be some really crazy energies coming in. We didn't see it till January, February, March, about 3 months, April, May. Changes started to come in with that energy. And then we had that conjunction with Jupiter and Saturn, Pluto conjunction on the 12th. And a full moon. Brought in, and it's just brought in this cosmic energy of transformation and change into this world. We're thinking, if you're watching the energies and as they go, every time there's just this banging that's coming together and getting us to change. Here we have the Virgos. This is where Uranus always wants to be free, to free us into a new evolution and experience in love, especially when it's coming into your 9th house. And this is coming in very powerfully. So when we come into the bangings and Uranus is coming in, Virgos, it's coming in and it's banging you, and you might be feeling a little bit off kilter. The ground's shaking. Life is shaking up around you, but it's awakening you to something that is pretty spectacular. And it's a new beginning for you. And bringing that new beginning, but you're not looking at what is. You're looking at everything that, oh my God, you're looking at all the poor stuff and oh, look at this and oh, look at that and oh, but there's support. Look, you got an angel looking down on you, right? Five of Pentacles, it's hardship and looking at all the hardship and everything else. And you're not looking around to say that there is something great and some good fortune. So don't just reawaken love. Remake it again in a new image. This is bringing in your image, bringing in your newness. Don't just go with the old. This is coming in with something new and vital for you on what it is that you don't settle. Don't settle. Capricorn or Virgos are very good at settling. I'll settle with that. We're not settling. Don't settle. This is about you coming into something else and not settling. Okay? And who do we have next? Aquarius. Aquarius will be very quiet with Aquarius. You're just sort of out there in space. They had a full moon there, and they feel like, hey, I did my part. I did it. I did my part. What else? What more do you want from me? I don't need to do anything else, do I? Do I really need to do anything else? I've done my part. You know, nothing's aspecting Aquarius right now. They're just out there, just floating around. And you may be, leading this new revolution, this new age revolution, little Miss Aquarius and Mr. Aquarius, but ensure what you rebel against is worthy cause. Not every cause that's coming up is worthy of a battle. Have you done your research? Says the Gemini. Have you looked into it, my little Aquarius? Says the Gemini. Sometimes stopping in the name of love is the biggest revolution that you can do. And stopping in that name of love is the biggest that you can do. And that is so important, because you guys can be hell-bent for election. And I got, hey, Johnny, what you rebelling against? What you got? If ever a line from a movie summed up this week, Aquarius, if you would be these from a 1953 classic, and the wild one staring the immortal Marlon Brando as the protagonist to Johnny. Hey, Johnny, what are you rebelling about? What are you rebelling? You are, after all, the sign of rebellion, the maverick, right? You are the rebel and the wild one, but unlike the above quote, I need a cause, a vision. Otherwise, let's face it, Aquarius, you have so many better things to do and to focus on than scattering your energy to unworthy causes. You don't like going back to fill up something else. You don't like going backwards. And this, your ruler, Uranus, turns a U-turn in Taurus in your 4th house on the 16th. Look to matters close to home. This is about looking at things close to you. Your home, where you're living, you're buying, you're selling, you're renting. What? This is your closeness. This is your roots. What's happening in your backyard, not the backyard that is across the nation. It's in your backyard. That's what this is all going to be about. And moving off the grid, radical relocation, upheavals, uprooting, your family, flatmates, landlords, Airbnb, guests, reshuffle. This is all thinking you are moving, then finding, no, you're just staying put. This is where you're not going anywhere, Aquarius, is you're staying put. You got to stay in your home, in your home, in your home, in your home, in your home. You're not going nowhere. And I'm holding this card and I'm just going like this, and I didn't look at it, but it's Uranus. This is bringing in where you think you're going to do something, but it's saying, no way. This is enlightenment. This is awakening for you. This is where you find your base. Got to find the base, the base. All about the base, the base. This is unexpected news. This is, may dominate this week. And also see, you want to jump in and direct the course of events. Man, Aquarius is, don't fight this. Go with it. Mars squaring Pluto. I know, I'm going to be saying that a lot this week. Mars squaring Pluto. It's going to be squaring Pluto for a long fucking time. Because both of them, Mars is slowed right down. And Pluto doesn't move very fast in its retrograde. And Mars is slowing down because it's going to be going retrograde in a month. So you may be rebelling against something, but perhaps even a big issue in the big wide world may feel the need to take a stand against the man, as they used to say in the 60s. Man, stand up against a man. Stand up against a man. Especially with Vesta this week. Just ensure when it comes to your one-on-one relationships, however, this is important. This is where that babies are not being thrown out with the bathwater. This is where that you can agree to disagree. You don't have to be always fucking right, Aquarius, and fight it and think it has to be your way. This week, no way. You are going to get something really back on you and you're not going to like it. So it doesn't have to make sense or conform to the mental checklist. It just has to feel right, baby. That's what it does. Unity. Divine understanding, surrendering, allowing. That's what it is. And with that all comes the 12th house, where you might want to escape. What do you do to escape? What are you doing to zone out? It's like, I'm not getting my way, so me. So this is like looking at, go with the heart, not the head, and look at what's right now. That's right, not what's wrong. This is Venus coming in with Vesta and Ceres, and she's coming in and she's saying, look at all of this, because these goddesses are just like really want some real positiveness, right? It's not like, Eris wants positive, but she's chaotic and like she's going to do what she's going to do. Like she don't give a shit. And the thing is, here comes the King of Cups, the greatest ruler. He is the hippie dad. He's the one who's coming in and saying, hey, I got it. I understand where you're coming from. But you know what? My intuition is saying, this is the way it's going to be. I love you. I'm going to send you out some peace and love and healing. And we're going to get it together. But this is what I feel is right. This is the feeling I'm getting. That drives Aquarius is crazy. Because they're in their head thinking. And they go into the abstract. So this is where the sun's magnificent trine to Mars on the 15th, communication, passion can flow again between you and someone, because you're allowing yourself to come into the love, come into that vibration, that peace, that part that just allows you to let down your hair and feel. It's a big one. It's a big one. Air signs to feel. I know air signs are tired of me telling them to feel, telling them to get, but this is like especially for, because they're fixed, right? They get really stubborn and they're not going to move. And they just get real grumpy and bitchy, right? They're not getting their way. They're going to let people know they're not getting their way. Not that I experience it in my house. Since my last 3 children are all air, Geminis, Libras, and Aquariuses. that have a mother who's a Scorpio. Woo! Woo! Here we come in. Oh, yes. We come into the Piscean energy. Coming into the goody two-shoes this week. Ooh, Pisces, yeah, flowing, Neptune flowing pretty well. This is where this week is playing the rules and ways to win. This is to play it safe to win. Not going to push it. You know what? I'm staying in the pool. I'm enjoying this. The sun is just right. Got a breeze going. Life is good. I'm going to focus on devotion and bringing wholeness and well-being. Very Piscean. Yeah. Color within the lines. Let's just go along this flow. We're not going to push it too much because we want to make sure the love and the opportunities that are coming in appear out of the blue. We're going to be open. There's focus, there's devotion, there's clarity that's coming in. Those are words which come in mind when we think about Vesta. In your sixth, health and wealth and well-being. Bringing in responsibility and routine. Yeah, Pisces need their routine. They need that routine. It's like a current. You think that the ocean just does what the ocean does, but it definitely needs a current. It has its rises and the the rising tide and the tide going out. So this is where that have been set by someone else. This is representation, playing the rules, looking at the rules. Not saying that you're going to be, locked up or anything, but this is or your thoughts are and that aren't. But to play by the rules, and we can't escape talking about COVID, right? And the current restrictions if we are talking about anything to do with the sixth house. And this is your house of health and well-being, as I was saying. And the sun, you have the sun in here, to which is great. And Mercury, which rules your sixth, is also very much direct in the moment and bringing in that communication. And in comes Mars. Well, here comes a little bit of fire. Drive, strength, and well-being. And this is where you need to look at, because the tensions between Mars and Pluto in your 11th is your social contacts, your collective. This is not a week to rebel against the rules on restriction in place. This is about looking at the rules and saying, okay, maybe I need to hold off a little bit. This is to show the world how much you value yourself and others by keeping within the current guidelines. It's very important, because you are one of the few signs who may, in fact, find this week highly rewarding, while the rest of the zodiacs are off engaged in some kind of massive karmic snarl, right? So you have this energy that's coming in, and stick the rules and don't rock the boat. And this is bringing in two gorgeous trines, okay? That followed the Mars and Pluto head-to-head on the 13th could deliver work or feel-good benefits, thanks to the Sun trining Mars on the 15th and Venus trining Ceres. So we do have some really positive energy coming in for you. And in fact, whether others can see it, this is bringing in where it's like you only see no entry signs appearing, and you simply see green lights. Others see no entry, you're going, right? Because you're following the rules. You're doing what you're doing, and you need to do that. And this is a positive energy. So positive energy surrounding you, bringing in good fortune, positiveness, energy coming in for you, and allowing for you to come into the transformation. Pluto brings in the transformation. And along with that transformation, maybe you just need to take a time out. Time out and trust God. Time out, trust God. Trust God. He's guiding your light. So sometimes you might just need to take that time out, and hopefully that you've got a fresh spin on the world this week. So you can really take that time and keep your focus, because it's really going to help you in the coming weeks and the coming months ahead. Okay, because the energies are just, as I say, every week it's like another big bang, crazy energies. Shit happens, and we just have to allow ourselves to go with the flow. And here's the Pisces saying, you know what? I'm following the rules. I'm going to do what I need to do because I want to have what is best for myself and the loved ones around me, because I want to make sure everybody's safe. I'm not going to go off half-cocked. Gotta love that. Gotta love that, little Pisces. And in comes Scorpio. Oh, Scorpio. What's going on? Oh, I think I need to drink. I think I'm going to take some water on this one. Have you ever heard the saying, you got to give a little to get a little? Well, this is where you get a little and you end up getting a whole lot more in return. Something's got to give this week. And make sure that you give, that your giving comes from the heart. That's a warning. That's a warning for you, my little Scorpio, is that it's that you're giving from the heart. And to give a little to get more. Be cool. Self-control is the only thing that you really need, that really have it. Both your rulers, modern, are tightly entangled this week, and as a result, something's got to give. And the energy can point you towards a peak experience or achievement, or it can just explode and then leave you in the fallout to clear it up. You want a life, not a half-life. So in doubt, delay. And keep in the forefront of your mind that sometimes a temporary withdrawal is the best strategy, not to push ahead. So you're coming from the heart. You're not coming to come in there and be the Scorpio. You're coming in this and coming in with a different type of agenda, because you don't want to come in there half-cocked. And this is for some of you out there. What is getting you all fired up may be around a great big issue to do with authority, or an authority figure, and how you are being treated or perceived. And the thing is that one thing that Scorpios don't like is people thinking they know everything about them and perceiving something about them. But this is where it's sometimes you need to just shut up and allow and just move away. Jupiter's coming in, and your confidence and courage and self-belief and luck. So Jupiter's coming in and saying, whatever you do, I will expand it. If you want to go in crazy, I'll expand the crazy. You want to come in with peace and love, I'll expand the peace and love. It is your choice. And with the energies that are coming in, that with this intensity, because you are one of the other warrior signs that wants to come in, and you will come in with this feistiness, and with Aries there and Mars. I mean, Mars is in dignity. Pluto likes to be in Capricorn because there's structure and order. So he's not too bad there. So we got these two dudes that are really coming on. So you got to be cool. Got to just take it. Take a chill pill. And sometimes someone says, or news you hear may literally make you see red. That's Mars. And Pluto square one another, both your rulers about power and control. Who has the real power? Because in comes the fire of the phoenix. Let go of the emotional upheaval and embrace renewal of the present. You gotta let it go. This is where you're going to be pushed and you're going to be tested this week by people. And that the person who remains in control of their emotions or their response, that's you. Tap into your inner depths. If someone or something makes you angry, take a walk, step back. It's so cool down this despot time with both these rulers, because you will, shit can hit the fan very quickly this week for you. The Yod is coming in, and the Yod is destiny, and the Yod comes in tomorrow. So let me just let you guys about the Yod, because the Yod that's pretty intense energies that's coming in. And the ancients believe that the Yod was an area of fate in the chart and not particular favorable one. Also called the eye of God or the finger of God. The yod is a peculiar astrological configuration in the chart, which we have tomorrow. It is a triangle formed by two planets 60 degrees, while the other are at 150 degrees from their third planet. This creates a thin pie-shaped aspect, and the yod configuration is linked to the alphabet of the Hebrew. Yod is the 10th letter in Hebrew alphabet, which has mystical implications signifying the omnipresence of God and often denoting humility, because the energy is locked in a triangular configuration, causing matters to be fated and often difficult, but not without their rewards. So there's rewards with this. There's rewards with this. So this is part of the destiny that you're going on. This is about your change and transformation. And I know, this, when a yod presents itself in a reading, it means the situation may be chaotic. So we know that this week is going to be chaotic for you, but it's allowing for you to grab onto the Venus, intend on smoothing things over and adding love spoonfuls to anything to do with home and security. And it's trining over to Sirius in your fifth, which is love, which is really sweet love. It's real bringing in some sweetness and some home security. So know that you have that. This can bring peace and love. This energy can bring in peace and love. So you got to keep your cool this week with this energy and look at it, because this is what it wants to bring in. Peace and love. Bring in a stronger foundation for you. And having that stronger foundation is going to be important. This is looking at your spiritual self. This is looking at this world, the strength of this world, and not having it break you. And the yod coming forth is coming in to let you know that this is where, needing to make adjustments and being reinventive. This is the Ace of Swords reversed, so that not all the information you receive, you're going to get. You're not going to get clarity up here. The clarity is going to come down here. That's where you got to be. It's got to be in the heart. So watch how, and it could be something so feeling so insignificant can trigger you. And that's where you got to, you got to allow yourself to let it go and not hang on to it. And I know it sort of happened to me today, and I'm just like, well, why am I getting so angry over this? And I really had to sort of go off and just allow it to pass, and coming in and saying, cut, clear, delete, right? Cut, clear, delete, bring love in here. Cut, clear, delete, bring love in here. So it was a little mantra I was doing all day. Let go of grievances, choose miracles. Let go of grievances, choose miracles. Because I could feel the transitions happening, and the intensities building up. And then, of course, when I went on, there was what did I read today? In my you can get a reading if you book one. And I'm doing readings for all of intuitive readings right now. So for all of the signs. So today in, I don't know if it was NC's, North Carolina, I think, had a 5.1 earthquake. And of course they had the hurricane and stuff and a tornado, all kinds of crazy shit. Mars is causing havoc. And then this, also there was a shooting on the White House lawn today. So there's, some crazy energies are just causing disruptions in the world, causing eruptions, around us. And this is where it's like, okay, where am I going to focus? Where am I going to focus? I got to focus on love. I got to focus on peace. I got to focus where, and let go of the grievances and choose miracles. Let go of grievances and choose miracles. As I said, that's on the back of all my business card, because it's true. Expect a miracle each and every day. And that's so important to do that. And when you're doing that, you're going to find that you're going to feel it. And I'm saying this because we're going into Aries right now, and Aries is going to feel it. My lovely Andrea had to go because she had a migraine. Yeah, she has a migraine because there's all of this intensity of energies coming in to Aries. We have Mars there. We have Eris there. We have Chiron there. So there's some real intense heavy hitters of emotion that's coming in with this. And this is where the alignment between the moon and Uranus in your income sector, it's like sharpening things up, but it's bringing in some real heaviness, right? I've had migraines all last week into this weekend. Oh, sending you, because I don't suffer migraines. I've been blessed. I don't suffer migraines. So that is a blessing. But people that I know who can get blinded, they're just horrible. I think I had a migraine once, and it was so bad and so intense that I just went and laid down in a dark room with a cold cloth on me. But that intensity can come in, and sometimes people get all sorts of crazy shit. And for them, this is you can't confine lightning to a bottle, right? Or tell a tiger it's poodle either. Tell a tiger it's a poodle either. This is where we have to understand, and Aries has to understand that this intensity is coming in, and it's time to be who you are and not who others tell you to be. It's being the truth of who you are. And that's not saying that you're going out there to be a fucking asshole or, a dickhead. But this is saying, this is my truth. This is who I am. I'm a person of love. I'm a person who wants to come in. I want to write my own leading role. I want to break out and from being typecast. This is to get a great deal on relating. This is to hold tight to your values this week. And especially that deepening inner knowing around your worth. Time to show up and show others you are no lightweight, but a force to be reckoned with. This isn't about you being pushed around. This is about you standing in who you are. And with Uranus retrograding in your money sign, truly wants to stand to your values. What you will and won't sell out to. Invest is coming in your fifth, points out to how you want to be perceived. This is being the truth of who you are and allowing it and seeing in terms of even your gender. The thing is, I think with this and this energy coming in, and I'm thinking of, when I said gender, and I'm thinking of a lot of men coming in where they're damned if they do. You're being too manly. Be manly. If you're a man, be a man. If that's, if you want to go and, fix motors and chop wood, fucking do it. Be that. And if you're a girl and you want to embrace that feminine side or vice versa, do it. Be that who you are. And Uranus with that coming in, it's like allowing you to honor that. And this is about the rules of your creativity. Listen, Mercury's coming in. How you think and communicate, write and talk. This is coming out, and this is your performing. It's time to look at whether you're being typecast, be it personally, professionally, or merely down to your gender. Be who you are. Being a class act takes courage. Being that person, and that is where this energy is coming in. Aries is saying that not only to them, but this energy is coming in for all of us to be who we are supposed to be. Allowing yourself to be that is so important. Wear pink boots and fix cars. Love it. Yes. I could see you doing it too. This is about tense angles with the ruler Mars and, with Pluto in your 10th. And this is about status and career. And again, this relates back to what I am saying about you being a typecast on some level. You may need an assert yourself now if someone insists on you keeping you into a pigeonhole. This is saying, this is who I want. I want to rise. I want to rise. I want to rise. I want to rise. I want to be that. You want to rise above your South Node. South Node comes in. That means I want to rise above. I want to do something different. I don't want to sit here and just wait. I want to bring in something new. I don't want to just be in this lull. And this is where why is this so important? Well, the mythology of Ceres was Pluto's mother-in-law. And this is deep, intuitive, and also balanced, love-fueled change. One that can see you get a new deal for yourself around love or any other relationship, be it at home, work, or pleasure-based. Underselling yourself. Allowing others to go on underestimating you. Don't do it. It's not the week to do it. This is a week to allow yourself to be seen. The 8 of Pentacles. Do what you are doing. Do what makes you happy. Be out there. Allow yourself to shine. Because when that 8 of Pentacles comes in, I'm getting so many books around me. It's crazy. But, and I turned right to it. It highlights the well-earned rewards that you have worked up to this point. Am I ready to take the next evolutionary step? Is there some kind of crafty hobby that I may take on seriously? This is about taking things seriously in your life. Taking that next step. This is who I truly am. I'm a mechanic. I'm a butcher. I'm a waitress. I'm a nurse. I'm a doctor. I'm this. But without any gender biases to it. You're just being the truth of who you are. And that's very important. So cool. So cool. Such cool vibrations coming in. And who do we have? The last but not least this time is Cancer. Cancer energy is coming in. I got humbleness coming in with the Cancers. Having that humbleness, having that feeling of, this is who I am. I'm allowing myself to be who I am. I'm not going to be anybody other than who I am. And that Cancer energy is coming in very strong. Very strong. And it's coming in with this, Cancer, being opposite of Capricorn, of course, has had to deal with the bad boys. It's like looking across the street and what do you see? It's like, oh, they're up to it again. Get your house under control there. So in comes Cancer, and Cancer is keeping you cool, even with one you love. This is testing your reserves. This is, sweet patience right now. And friends could provide a respite. Maybe you need to leave the house. And it's funny because I am a double Cancer. So I have a Cancer moon, Cancer rising. And having that, I did that yesterday. I left the house. I went off with a friend, and we went and I posted the pictures, and just beautiful, just outside of Calgary. Went to this place. This woman opened up and said, hey, you can come and you want to do some picking wild sage and stuff on our property. Cool. Went over, and it was actually her neighbor's property. And he's just like, yeah, do whatever. And it's just like, he has, I don't know how many acres it was, but it looked like, about, I'd say 20 acres of grassland. Nothing. There's two creeks that go through it. It hasn't been, nothing's been done on that land in ages. So of course, there's goldenrod and everything, but getting out there. And then he had glacier rocks, the hoodoos and stuff like that, which are, they are glacier rocks that came up. And did I post it on Facebook? I think I did. I think they went on Facebook. Just absolutely fabulous. And this is where I feel like you need it to get away, and to take time out, and then don't put off that conversation. This is where some things, and conversations are going to be a big one that has to come in with your families, has to come in with the people around you and the people that you love. What I'm finding is some people aren't even having the conversations. They're just being dickheads and, running the other way and not saying anything to people. And this is where your sensitivity and skill sets may be needed this week with others. And people may simply appear to be going out of their way to push your buttons, even your nearest and most favorite squeeze. So you may need to count to more than 3 in your response because you're just feeling that restlessness. And so you just need to get away and reset. And of course, in comes Neptune. And Neptune is just, bringing in fantasy where, Cancers can really escape very easily, want to be wrapped in a blanket and just, and just sit on a deck and just let me be. And this is where Venus strives for harmony and a win-win solution. So remember, this is that Venus is now in your first. And as the week unfolds, the 16th sees Venus and Ceres in this beautiful, peaceful, loving energy, which you love. And this is about you stepping into it. Get out, the flowers, be generous, success, emotional fulfillment are yours. And this is allowing for you, I have, Taurus, knowing that you are okay, knowing that you do have a foundation, you are fine, and that the universe has your back. But countdown to cool is important. And for some of you, what's causing the friction may be something unequal around pay or something that's, what you expect it to do. The emotional heated coming up with Mars and career and things to do with Pluto in your partnership. So this is having to do with the real snarkiness and people being snarky about things. And you're just like, your mother comes out. This is the mothering, not your mother, but the mother coming out because she doesn't go for bullshit. She comes out, she takes a stand. So sometimes it's like, okay, I got to counter, otherwise I'm going to punch the person in the throat. And if you feel things are about to explode, you really got to count 48. But by that I mean 48 hours. Okay? And don't put off that must-have talk, Then you can come down when you're cooled down and have that talk and say, okay, this is what's going on and this is what really bothered me. And I need to talk about it now. In hockey, we always had the 24-hour rule. 48 hours. You're pissed off at the coach. Talk to him in about 24, 48 hours. 48 hours was the best. And then come back and we'll address it. And by that time, you're seeing things in a different way. You're seeing things with fresh eyes, right? And you're not responding in wanting to like, you didn't put my son in, blah, 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 blah. But maybe there was things that were going on the bench that you didn't see, or your son was being a little dickhead, or your daughter was being a little dickhead and had to be benched, had to learn a lesson. You can't do that. So this is about waiting. This is about looking in it and press reset to restore the love. That's what we want to do, because that's going to bring in your wishes, right? The 9 of Cups are your wishes, but it can't happen if you don't press reset. If you don't do the reset, you got to do that, because otherwise things are just going to get cray-cray. So be the peacemaker, not the atom bomb exploder. So be the peacemaker, and that's what we need. We're going to find, that people are going to push us in different directions this week. And we're going to find that it's going to be very difficult to step back, and they're going to say things, and they're going to really push us in different ways. And that's, that's for all signs. It's for all of us. And because intensity is getting up. I mean, sending your kid to school, some people are saying, of course, here in Alberta, where kids are all back in school starting in September. Finding out, grade 4 to 12 have to wear masks. And some are finding that their kid has to wear a mask in the classroom, right? And then there's a whole set of rules now that are coming down. So, this can cause some animosity. This can cause frustration, where with some are saying that they have to pick up their kid in an hour if they find that their kid is slightly sick. So this is really stirring a lot of emotions up. And you may not have a child, but you might know somebody who has a child. Some parents are having to homeschool again. Some states are still not having their children in school. So this is bringing in a lot of comparison and comparing. I saw a comparison between, I think it was Sweden. Is it Sweden? I don't know. Just hang on. If it was Sweden and Trump just rushed out briefing Secret Service, White House. Yeah, that's crazy. So coming in, and there was a comparison. Anyways, I can't find it now. But between, I think it was Sweden and California, and about, COVID and the shutdown and how it was handled and everything else. And one didn't shut down and the other one did. But this is where, then you could get all angry and pissy and frustrated with it. But we got to remember there's some things on our earth walk. You chose to be where you are on your earth walk. You signed up for this. You signed up to be in the place that you are. You signed up to be in the house with the people that you are with right now. This is where you have to put your faith in God and allow yourself to put your faith in God, the universe, right? And you wonder why sometimes. Yeah, we did. We wonder, we're like, what the hell? But we did, because there's something there that we were here to help, to learn, to serve. And that's the number one. We come here to serve that of the divine. But if we are fighting it every step of the way, if we're fighting it, we're going to find that we're under more animosity. We're under more strife in our life. We're under more crazy energies. Even though that you might not agree with what everybody's saying, this is where you got to come to the middle and say, okay, I understand. Okay, let's, all we can do is give it a go. Nobody has the answers right now. Nobody, no man has the answers right now. And this is where we have to come in and have our faith in our divine, in our universe, in our God and our goddesses that will have our back. But when we come into that alignment, we come into that peace. That Mars and Pluto square, yeah, it's going to cause a lot more rifts coming in this week. And especially tomorrow. We're going to feel it. But this is where it's like, okay, you know what? This is where I got to look at where I am and know. And take a look around and say, thank you. Thank you for this roof over my head. Thank you for the food and the bounty that is around me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And as we step into that more, if we can step into that even more, the best time to step into it is when we are so fucking pissed off we want to punch somebody in the face. That's when we step into it more and we say, I need help. I need guidance. Watch over me. Guide me. Have me breathe. I got to do my 48. I got to do my 48. And sometimes that's the hardest fucking thing to do. It is. And I admit it because I go through a lot of, within my own self and having to take that step back. And sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't, and, and this is the 12 down, 12 down. You can do it, girl. You can do it. Grab yourself a cup of tea and you'll be fine. Be right as rain. Be right as rain. Come and sit. Come and sit. It'll be right as rain. You'll be fine. It'll be all good. And even writing out why you are so pissed off. Because you're never pissed off for the reason you think. And that's where you step into that power. Step into that power. So write it out. Step into your alignment and come into peace. So for those of you, Journey Club is starting up on September 13th. Journey Club, if you want to learn how to do this, Journey Club's the baby to go into and get you to really come into this alignment and learning the big F, which isn't fuck you, it's forgiveness, and coming into that forgiveness. So that starts on, and it's 8 weeks, and we meet every Sunday afternoon from 1 to 4. Sometimes 1 to 2. I say 1 to 4. Sometimes it's shorter. Sometimes it's only an hour and a half. But there's payment plans for it. It is $444, but there is payment plans, and where you can pay it off in 3 payments, 6 payments, or pay it off in a year. But it is something that brings in a lot of renewal for you, and coming into that newness that we need to step forward into. And every year I say, this is a year that people need Journey Club. This is a year everybody needs Journey Club. But not everybody is willing to step into Journey Club. That's the thing, but that's where we need to go, and finding that peace and surrender in our lives. May the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say and all that you be and all that you do. Thank you so much for being my soul tribe. I will see you all tomorrow morning. I'll be on sometime tomorrow morning. I will be at Blessed Circle, so I'll be on before 11. And have a blessed day. Good. So love you all. Bye-bye. Bless.